Hey guys, Athini, Hannah, Miguel, hello. Is this window annoying? I can't do anything about it though. It's too sunny outside. Hello, Miguel from Spain. Were you watching the football? You might be disappointed. I was a little bit bored and I don't have anything I actually want to talk about. It was entertaining, Miguel. Are you guys all supporting anyone in the World Cup? And while we're at it, give us your scent of the day. Here's mine. Is that, I presume that's showing in the right way to you guys, because when I'm looking at it, it's like a mirror. Hey, Alex. Denmark. I don't think you should have any trouble with Australia, MJ. And Hannah, I'm curious to know how you find it compared to Moscow Jour. Hi, Michelle. How am I? I'm not going to lie. I'm okay. Okay, cool. Miguel, I've been dying to try Ardent, but I don't think it's available anymore, unless I'm mistaken. It doesn't. It doesn't really. Yeah. So, can you? So they do Bellario. Are they sold in Canada? Like, because they don't get sold here. Oh, okay. Well, Rev d'Ocean, I can definitely sample here. That's good to know. Thank you. Thank you, Miguel. Um, Pep's beauty tips live. I don't have any beauty tips. I tell you what works for me is to, when do I feel the most beautiful? It's usually after having a good sleep, and I don't sleep well at the best of times, but any time where I can get more than 6 hours sleep, and then have, you know, like, I don't know, have enough time to get ready. You know, like this takes a lot to put together, honestly. So sunscreen, moisturizer, what can I say? I learned, you know, everything from the guys on Instagram, girls and guys on Instagram. Yeah, no beauty tips from me. Hi, Anuj. Welcome. To be honest, I'm surprised there's so many people on because I only decided to do this about an hour ago. Um, has anyone bought anything recently? Hello, JD. Lamat's lovely. You guys may have seen on my last video, maybe, or on Instagram. This is the last thing I bought, and I found it on eBay. So it's a pre-loved bottle, and it's probably going to be the last thing I buy this year. Well, in fact, it will be the last thing I buy this year. It's the EDT. I love it. I'm not crazy about the sprayer, but you know, it's not shit either. I've seen a few. Okay, so they must have put this back in production, Jay, because I saw this for the first time in a long time at my local Kiehl's counter in Melbourne department store. And so, yeah, and then I've seen a few people actually post about it today on Instagram. Hi, Felix. Pardon. It's one of the better ones from Nasomato. Hey, Michelle, is this one a new Hermescence release? Because I've seen a couple of people talk about it. Hello, Rachel. Okay. So you've been a busy shopper. The, and Miguel, is this the current version of Dior Jules, or is it a vintage? Okay, cool. And do you love it, or is it a strong like? Like, was it a blind buy? Oh, that's awesome, Alex. Awesome. By the way, so it is Monday morning and it's the 28th of November, which means in 48 hours, for those of you outside of the EU in specific countries, Misco will be able to ship. I don't have details about what the shipping costs will be, but something will get posted, I'm sure, when Marie's ready. So have you tried it yet, Miguel, or you're still waiting for it? Hello, catch my whiff. Sounds like a good animalic perfume. It sounds like Eugene's perfumes are 100% strike rate, which is great. Not many people talk about Chanel Allure Homme. I was intrigued for a while. I haven't really tested it properly. Tell me about all your plans for the holidays. I mean, we're less than a month out. In a couple of weeks, I am heading to the beach for just over a week until I'm going to spend Christmas there and then back home for New Year's. And then it'll be 2023, which I'm so excited about. One of my all-time favorites, Rachel. Oh, you've been very, very good, Michelle. Well done. Yeah, I get that. I'm not one for family gatherings. Is your birthday around the same time, Joe? You know, I think I can tell you, this year, 2022, I have only bought only got one, two. Yeah, I've got not including the Miscao bottles, only 5 new bottles this year. Ah, well, I'm noting that down. I'll make sure I send you a happy birthday. My nephew's birthday's on New Year's Eve, and he never has a great birthday party. Wow, I picked a good time for this live stream. I can't believe how many people are on, and I have got nothing to talk about. So, do you reckon? Do people think? I don't know. I get the feeling that there's a little bit of a sort of slow buy / no buy trend happening in our circles. Like, not everyone, obviously, but even just decluttering or reducing collection sizes. I don't know. I wonder if this is like a long-term thing. I don't know. Does anyone have any thoughts on it? Because I hadn't thought about it really until now. Hey, Jade, that I really appreciate that, but like, thank you. I can't actually, because I'm doing this on StreamYard, I can't actually see how many likes there are. Frederick, I have been watching the World Cup because it's actually at a good time for me because the first game is on at 9 p.m. In my time, and then the last game is at 6 a.m. and I'm already awake by then as well. JD, I really love Pour Monsieur. I have the EDT version, which is the one I prefer. But as long as you understand that it's not like a monster performer projector, it's a beautiful citrus sheep, basically. I think probably most people are in this situation. P.S. It's interesting. I had a bottle of Lanarchiste in the current shape, not the copper bottle. I ended up giving it to my son, but I had the impression it was discontinued, but maybe it's still easy to find. Okay. Yeah, I think Anuj, I think I'm noticing that as well, or maybe just the people that I watch anyway or follow. What would Leo Messi wear? Maybe one of Cristiano Ronaldo's fragrances. So, Michelle, were you disappointed by the fact you had so much or that you thought you had more? Okay. Okay, so just here's a question for you guys. I'm curious because I do this every time I go away. So I'll be away for maybe a week and a half, and I try and take usually something that I've got decants or samples of, or travel sprays. And I'm curious to know what you guys do in that situation. If you're going away and you don't have all your perfumes with you, what would you pack for, let's say, a couple of weeks? Because um, like sometimes I've done where I've literally just taken two different perfumes and that's what I've worn for the 2 weeks or whatever. Or sometimes I've taken like up to 7 different samples with me. So I'm curious to know what you guys all do. Looks like I've got a delivery. Yeah, so, and obviously being summer down here, it's going to be restricted to sort of fresh fresher stuff. I'm going, for those of you who don't know Australia geographically, so I'm heading north to Queensland, where it's basically tropical climate, and it's going to be humid and warm. So I will be taking stuff that's probably more appropriate for that kind of weather. All right. Yeah. Okay. Live unboxing, is that directed at me? Yeah, 10 ml decants. Yeah. Okay. I think, yeah, I've done this before too, and it's a good kind of environment to test stuff that you don't know, because I guess, well, I mean, where I'm going, there'll be plenty of opportunity to go swimming or be going to the beach, and so if you don't like something, it's easy enough to get washed off. Uh-huh. And what are your plans for the holidays, Michelle? Yeah, I like the idea of maybe just taking two or three with me. When I went to Germany a few months ago, I did only take a couple of scents with me, and it was fine. But I did get to try a lot of stuff. Oh no, sorry, Jay. It sounds like there was something outside. They've probably left something outside the door, but I'm not expecting any perfume. It's probably just going to be groceries. That's good. Oh, hello. I've got. Do you want to say hello? Come on. Up. You're too big. Okay, everyone. This is Biggie. He's an Australian Shepherd, and he just wanted to say hello, or he wants to go outside. Okay. Okay. Hello. All right. You want to go outside? I'll be right back. Sorry about that. He does tell me when he needs to go to the toilet. Oh, are you going, Michelle? Is that serious? No, he's pretty good. I mean, he does weigh like 25 kilos, but he likes being picked up. There was no package. Hey, Thomas. I like buying stuff in the new place if there is stuff, but yeah. So do you actually take bottles? like full bottles. I would never take anything like sort of that big, but you know, I would probably limit it to like I think this is like a 30 ml bottle of Guerlain Homme. Otherwise, these are the ideal things of stuff I wanted, like this Ormond Jane travel spray size. Okay, so Cherie, you take a bottle as well. And hopefully we get to catch up when I'm in Queensland. Hey, Cole. Oh, I really need to smell Toroni again. It's like 4 years ago I smelled it. Okay. Hi, Dan. Thank you. Okay, this is a cautionary tale by Catch My Whiff. Oh dear. See you, Cherie. Have a lovely Monday. Oh wow, that sounds awesome. Sicily is where my mum was born too, and I was there when I was 8 years old. It is beautiful. Make sure you obviously get to see the beaches. Nothing, Stacey. Nothing's up at all. That's a really good point, JD. Like as an example, and it's only because it's in front of me. Um, so when so I was in Italy in 2019, and back then I just had a sample of this Equipage geranium, and I really loved it, but I couldn't actually find a bottle here in Australia. So when I was in Italy, I happened to be in Turin, and I just went into a department store, and they were selling this whole Hermes line. They had Bellamy Vetiver, Rockebar, Equipage, and they had this, and I bought this bottle in Turin, and for that reason only, because I bought this bottle in Turin, I always think about Turin when I'm there, when I'm wearing this as well. But I really like how when I was thinking about this the other day, when you're wearing a perfume, and when you wear a perfume often enough, the longer you've had a perfume or the longer you've worn it for, the more and more layers of association it accumulates. So the same perfume can make you think of 1,000 different things if you've worn it for often enough. Okay. I I mean, I can tell you a couple of things, but I was a kid when I went, so I'm sure it'll be amazing. Frederick, when I was growing up in Australia, at my school, so I went to a public school. Um, there were more kids from migrant families than sort of people who were born here. So most of my friends were first generation Italian. So I'm first generation Italian Australian. So I was born here. My parents were born in Italy, and most of the people I grew up with, their parents were either born in Italy. Back when I was a kid, it was mainly Italy and Greece. There was a Lebanese community as well. Now there is a lot more people from India, from the Middle East, from Vietnam. But when I was a kid, it was mainly Italian and Greek, Lebanese, Turkish. Um, yeah, so I'm sure it's not dissimilar to a lot of other countries. Yeah, that's a good point. I don't usually take full bottles, and really mainly it's more that I'm worried about breaking them. Haven't you heard my French pronunciation? Oh my God. Like, I had no bad food when I was in Italy. Seriously, nowhere had bad food. Is it an Italian thing? Okay, so I'll explain for everyone on here that doesn't know. I so my real name on my birth certificate is actually Giuseppe. Okay, and I from when I was born, my everyone just called me Pep because it's quite common for Italians to shorten Giuseppe to Pep or Pip, and I've just been called Pep my whole life. But my actual name is Giuseppe, and I'm and yeah, and the only famous Pep I know is Pep Guardiola as well. Tips for making meatballs. Um, okay, if I was making them, I would use a combination of pork and beef, ground meat, like in combination, um, very finely chopped onion. Um, Sometimes I actually put breadcrumbs in it, but that's not necessary. Otherwise, you can't kind of go wrong. And sometimes I actually might even crack an egg in the mix. There you go. There's my tips. There you go. Okay, good to know. When I order a pizza at my local pizzeria, I always say pepperoni. I'm making, I think I need to make some carbonara in the next couple of days, Michelle. There you go. You can't go wrong with this combination. I think the pork has a bit more fat in it, and it just gives it a bit more flavor and nice. Should I start a cooking channel? What do you think? Amateur cooking channel? Hello, humble states. So Dami, I usually use real onion. I chop it as finely as I can, but I do prefer using this garlic powder that I have. I was going to say Worcestershire sauce is a good addition as well. Okay. If I was going to put anything green herbs, like I usually go for continental parsley as well, the flat leaf parsley. Don't give me ideas, Michelle. I'll have to find. I've got a really funny apron that I could wear for that as well. Hmm. Hang on, I'll see if I've got it actually. I'll be right back. I don't know if you can see this. There you go. That should work. Okay. I'll wear that. But that's going to be paid membership only. I understand that too, Sarah. Yeah, if I get to do some traveling, I need to find a sponsor now to do this. I have a delivery. Oh, thank you. And I can't believe I just answered the door in this. And it's not perfume, so I'm not opening. Thanks, Rich. No, I haven't smelled anything from Yves Rocher. Yeah, fake assets. Real Italian, huh? Okay. I have made Korean or a version of Korean meatballs like that, Dami. I love how this has turned into a cooking stream, and I wish I was near somewhere I could cook. Sorry, guys. Okay. Does everyone actually, you know what? I want to know what does everyone have a signature dish that they cook or they think they do really well, you've gotten really good feedback on? I know my kids, now I apologize in advance to the Italians on the stream, and Alex, I know you're in Italy, but what people here in Australia refer to as a bolognese sauce, like, you know, if I make spaghetti bolognese, I know it's not real sauce like from that you'll find in Bologna itself, but I know that my kids really like the way that my sauce, and it's essentially just um, you know, beef and pork, ground mince, exactly like the meatballs, but you know, just in a onion, celery. I chop up red capsicum or bell pepper for those of you in America. Bit of red wine, some chicken stock, and tin tomatoes. And that's my sauce, and they love it. See you, Rachel. Cold sesame noodles. Well, that's a good endorsement. Or you must like them though. Ooh, okay. I actually like cabbage. Um, all right. And I saw, Michelle, that you made lasagna with the bechamel sauce the other day. When I make lasagna, I don't normally use bechamel, and I'm not sure even in Italy if bechamel sauce is used. Maybe Alex can tell us. Oh, I'm loving all of these. Dolma, you might have to describe that, Umida. Any particular type of curry? Is it like a Indian curry or Thai curry? Oh, okay. Dami, can you maybe describe what that is for me? I can look it up, but I'll have to do it later. I've got a confession to make, Miguel. Do you know I've never ever had a paella? So I need to change that soon. Nice, Jay. This is awesome. Hey, Hannah, I usually have a perfume on anyway when I'm cooking, but do you mean specifically to cook something? All right, I'm gonna just really, okay. Yeah, mine definitely is not dry. It's kind of a good balance of liquid and solids. Yeah, ragu. Yeah. Yeah, I figured it's probably more ragu. I make a nice lamb ragu as well. I love tiramisu. I love it. Ooh, interesting. I've got a bunch of like gourmets on here. Oh, okay. Let's talk about cheesecake, Stacey. Like, I am a big fan of tradition. Well, your baked New York style cheesecake. Ah, okay. All right. Because I never use it on my lasagna. Yeah, well, I think we got the answer. This is an interesting question because it's not. I don't look. I don't know if it's a traditional Oz dish, but I'm sure it probably originated in the UK. But we like for instance, we if we go to a sporting event, the type of fast food that's the most popular fast food that I grew up with were meat pies. So it's basically minced meat in gravy in a pastry, and I'm sure that that probably came from the UK, maybe. The, in terms of fine dining in Australia, it's more about it's not a specific dish, perhaps. But it's about using native Australian ingredients. I do like kangaroo meat, and I've actually had crocodile meat as well. Okay, all righty. No, that's yeah, okay. No, I don't ever think about doing that, but I can see why. Uh, I've never heard of that, Andy. So it sound. Am I right in saying it's similar to moussaka except with pasta? I love samosas too. Okay, thank you, Dummy. Cold wheat. Oh, yum. That sounds delicious. I had, I did go somewhere and had a piece of cheesecake, and it was delicious, but I probably didn't go. I didn't basically try a bunch. So, but whatever I had was delicious. It does like it. It's supposed to smell like tiramisu, and I get that as well. I just don't want to wear that. Kangaroo meat is very, very lean. There's barely any fat on it, and it is gamey. And the best way to have it is literally to sear it on a really, really hot pan, like maybe for literally a minute on each side, and have it rare. And otherwise, it gets too tough. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Thanks, Alex. No, I would not. But believe it or not, I'm pretty sure there's a couple of you've maybe most of you have heard of Vegemite and Tim Tams, being those chocolate biscuits. There was a perfume that came out that's supposed to smell like Tim Tams. I'm not sure if Vegemite did that. Okay. I can't think of what shape that usually is. Yeah, I had some currywurst in Berlin. It was okay, but actually the best street food in Berlin are definitely the kebabs. Damn, damn, damn. I picked the wrong day to do intermittent fasting. No, I wouldn't say I hate them. I used to actually love them. I just find them too much to wear now. They're just too heavy. Yeah, all of that stuff is really, really good. Really good. The currywurst was okay, but I really loved the kebabs I had. And there's a couple of places that made really good pizza as well, believe it or not. Okay. I didn't want this to turn into a super long stream, but like you've all inspired me to cook something tonight. So maybe I'll make something and post it on Instagram stories, perhaps. Um, I'm not making reels. I'm no good at making reels. And if you guys, yeah, if you have any suggestions for videos, YouTube videos, let me know. Who is planning? So Michelle's going to Italy. Has anyone planned any overseas trips for next year or soon in the next 12 months? I find this really difficult to do. I'll have a think about it. I there's only very specific things you can plan, you can pair with food. Thanks, Stacey. It's interesting, Alex. I don't know if they're this if they're called. Does anyone know what arancini is? They're basically crumbed rice balls, and I guess in different parts of Italy they might be different. But growing up, my mum and aunt used to make these rice balls, crumb them, and I think they were shallow fried or baked. I can't remember, but in the middle they would be full of essentially a bolognese sauce, a ragu, and they would put peas in there and sometimes egg as well. I don't know if you've had them like that, Alex. They're called arancini. Yeah, I will try and do maybe a live stream when I'm there. Uh, I'll have to think about this one a little bit. Oh, good. We've got some arancini fans. Thank you, Sarah. I have never tried to make them myself because they seem really sort of fiddly. Like I don't have the patience, I guess, for that. But I love eating them. Yeah, and I've had some ones that are just cheese, so they're but the ones I grew up eating had a bolognese sauce in the middle. Ah, okay. That's interesting because my mum, well, my mum is from Catania more than Palermo. I think we've always said arancini, like the Palermo, but I didn't know that there was a feminine version. Okay. Well, it's in the last time I went on a long flight, so I flew to Europe in June, and that was like one stopover, and it was basically 24 hours of flying. And I think when I got on the plane here in Melbourne to leave, I was just wearing whatever I decided to wear that day without any thought about the flight. And it was called and it was Patchouli Nobile by Nobile in 1942. So I wore a patchouli scent. No one, everyone was wearing masks anyway, so no one could smell me. Oh, by the way, Alex, the other day I made, and Michelle, I don't know if you've heard of it as well. I made a risotto Milanese, which was delicious. It came out really well. Whenever in doubt, always add salt, Michelle. Ah, that makes more sense. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Frederick. But I'm going to probably wrap it up. We're at 59 minutes, an hour. I'm going to get on with the rest of my day, think about what I'm going to cook for dinner. Um, I would love that. Okay. Love you all, guys. Thank you for coming on at such short notice. Um, I'll leave my apron on for the rest of the day. That's a bit, these nipples are a bit too high, actually. All right. See you guys. Thank you. Uh, mwah, mwah.